So the corporate tax rate in the US is currently about 35%, and if you include state and local taxes, it's about 39.4, 39.6. And that is the highest rate in the OECD, in the developed countries for which we compete with for investment. So I'm hoping that going forward, President Obama, Democrats, and Republicans in Congress will come together and agree about reforming the rate, lowering the rate. So the first thing would be sort of lowering the headline rate, and that was something we saw both Mitt Romney and President Obama agreeing to talk about during the presidential debates. So I think there is some consensus on both sides that this is an issue that needs to be addressed. That we can't stay as uncompetitive as we've been over the last decade or more, because countries around the world are lowering rates. Given the realization that lower corporate taxes lead to higher investment, lead to higher productivity and higher worker wages for workers. So, the one thing I think both sides could agree upon is a reduction in the headline rate from 35 or 39 to something that's closer to 26 or 28%. I think there's research at AEI which again shows that the optimal tax rate that would maximize revenues within the US would be something about 26 to would be close to 26 to 28%. But at the same time, there is discussion about sort of lowering also the effective tax rate. So the headline rate is one component of the actual tax that the firms actually have to pay, but they're eligible for lots of deductions. They're eligible for instance, the interest rate deductibility is one big issue that comes up. They get allowances for R&D, for different sectors also have their own special you could call them loopholes, or different ways to incentivize production. And so I think going forward, another big area of reform and something that needs to be addressed in the corporate tax code is just how many of these different features and complexities in the tax code do we need really to encourage production in the US? How many of these do we need to actually get firms to invest in the economy, and how much of this is just sort of corporate giveaways, that we are either targeting certain sectors a lot more than others, or we're sort of benefiting other sectors at the cost of the other industries. So I think that will be a big debate going forward. Again, it's going to be a complex debate. I think there's going to be a lot of resistance from either side, from both sides. I think on just exactly which deductions are important, which ones are not, which ones are loopholes that we can actually close. But I do believe that there is a lot of revenue to be gained from reforming the corporate tax code. Lowering effective rates, lowering effective average, effective marginal rates is going to be tremendously important in the long run for getting firms to invest in the US. And so I hope that that's something that will come up this year.